Hi, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast, powered by C-Crew. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. Today on the podcast, we are joined by John Kraus and Lauren Thomas of Jabil. They talk about their operations in Northern Kentucky and how they're maintaining operational excellence. We are also joined by David Sauve of Smash My Trash. He shares how they're saving clients money on waste management costs and how they're making operations more efficient. Thank you to our podcast sponsors, C-Crew, Google and Amazon advertising experts, and Schneller Knockelman. Are you curious about the economic factors and trends that will impact business owners in the upcoming year? Our expert panelists will dive into these trends and more at Exit Issues Regional Economic Outlook on Tuesday, November 18th. You can register now at nkychamber.com/events and join us to gain insights into what you need to know when planning strategically for your business in 2026. Now, let's go hear from our sponsors, meet our members of the week, and I'll be back with this week's guests.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. As the state's flagship land-grant institution, the University of Kentucky exists to advance the Commonwealth by preparing the next generation of leaders and transforming the lives of Kentuckians through education, research and creative work, service, and healthcare. At Conoco, curiosity drives everything they do. Since 1990, they've partnered with owners, architects, engineers, and planners to bring bold ideas to life through cost estimating, scheduling, construction administration, and project management. FaceLab Aesthetics is a boutique medical spa in Villa Hills, specializing in advanced aesthetic treatments to help clients look and feel their best. King's Hammer Soccer Club's mission is to positively impact the development of people in the community by providing soccer and educational opportunities to players of all ages and playing abilities. Bellow Circle Port, an Arlington Properties community, is the newest upscale resort-style apartment community located within the Corporex Office Park in Erlanger, where sophisticated living meets everyday convenience.
Hi everyone, today on the podcast I'm with Dave Sauve of Smash My Trash. Dave, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, tell us a little bit about Smash My Trash. I don't know your brand very well, so tell us about what you guys do.
Yeah, well, sure. We are a mobile compaction company where we come to your site. If you have a roll-off dumpster, whether a 30 or 40 yard dumpster, we come to your site and we reduce the volume of waste that's inside the dumpster.
Yeah, so that is very valuable for people who are doing construction, all sorts of things. Tell us a little bit about the type of clients you work with.
Well, sure. We do the clients we work with are the manufacturing, distributing, construction, even the remodeling companies. Basically, anybody that has a roll-off dumpster is what we like to service.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about working with those clients. I'm sure because you serve a various amount of different industries, you're working in a lot of different types of spots. How do you guys serve those clients individually?
Oh, sure. Our services are custom made to the client. For example, like if you're a warehouse, there's usually a predictability of the sequence of when they need a smash to come through. So we'll set them up on a regular schedule. Let's say every Tuesday, Thursday we come by, or whatever their need is, however fast or slow they need us to come. Whereas the construction, they don't have a predictability on their dumpsters. They're different phases of the house or the building, and so they can't say, hey, we need you every Tuesday. So there we have an on-demand. So when they need us, they call us, and we're out there the next day to smash their dumpster there. So whatever the need is, even on a routed, if you need another one, Just give us a call and we're out there. Whatever you need is what we do.
Yeah, and that I'm sure is very important for those clients that are doing a lot of different things. Tell us a little bit about like the benefits of something like a Smash My Trash. Like, why is it important to be compacting that trash?
Oh, sure. It's the environmental too. You're diminishing your environmental imprint. First of all, you're compacting the trash, which takes less landfill room. So when they go to haul it off, it takes less room. So you're saving it that way. Also, if you're reducing the hauls, when we reduce the volume, they can put more in. So it keeps the hauling to a minimum, which allows saving the carbon emissions of the trucks on the road.
So you mentioned the environmental impacts, which is a really big benefit. When you are working with clients, is that the part that you're selling, or what? When you're talking to clients, like what is your benefit statement?
Yeah, we're emphasizing saving them money.
Mm-hmm.
Our target is to save at least 20%.
Okay.
In their waste management. And if it's a regular rowdy customer, that can add up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And also is the environmental as well. So those two things is what we emphasize to them.
Yeah, and so tell us a little bit about how when somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the process look like of how clients get in touch with you?
No, sure. Our number is on the side of the truck or it's on our website. You can call that number. If you have my card, if we've had an interaction, the number's there. But mainly it's just the website. You can call that number and we'll get back to you within that day, hopefully, and we can get back with you.
Yeah, so make it really easy to get in touch with new clients and stuff. So Smash My Trash, you guys are obviously, you are a local franchise. Tell us a little bit about nationally how you guys fit into that piece.
Well, yeah. It started with the first franchise in Houston in 2016, and then from there it's gone on to 41 states, serving most of the major cities, 14,000 clients with 5,000 smashes daily on that, with over 315 trucks serving. So not just as a local business, it's a national one as well.
Yeah, and that's very important, especially you mentioned that environmental benefit. That's so big. And when you're talking as general manager here locally, what's your day-to-day like? What are you seeing out in the community? What's making you really excited about working with Smash My Trash?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just I love to see just all the construction that's going on. One, economically,
Mm-hmm.
there's buildings being erected and businesses that are going to move into those. So that excites me. One, it's just the economic aspect of it, and two, it's just the dumpsters that are out there. That just means business for us as well. But everybody wins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the construction company, by having the business of building the buildings and then us coming through and helping them with their waste management, saving them money and helping them with their environmental footprint.
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys are running around doing a lot of stuff here in Northern Kentucky. Dave, before I let you go, is there anything else you think our viewers and listeners need to know about Smash My Trash?
No, we're here to serve the community. And to help out with their waste management. Obviously, it's for more the commercial, not the residential, but for the commercial. And just what I like about what I do too, just meeting the people when I walk in and I talk to a warehouse manager, just getting to know them and just building up the relationship with them. It's just not a business transactional kind of a thing. I like to get to know them and talking with them and building that relationship that we've had. Some businesses we've had for over 3 or 4 years. I'm just getting to enjoy getting to know them.
Yeah. Well, Dave, thank you so much for your time today. It was absolutely great to talk with you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. Today on the podcast, I am joined by John Kraus and Lauren Thomas of Jabil. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you for having us.
It has been great chit-chatting before we got started. Jabil has been a part of the community for 6 years. You guys have a huge facility out here in Florence. Tell us a little bit about what Jabil's doing.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey for us in this area. Starting 6 years ago with a single location, we're focused on servicing data centers. This is our data center of excellence. We have grown in this area into a multi-site campus employing north of 5,000 people.
Wow, yeah, that is a big chunk of people here in Northern Kentucky and Greater Cincinnati. And you're servicing data centers. That to me doesn't mean a lot as someone that does a lot of communication stuff. So tell us a little bit more about like the types of people that you're employing and the type of work that your employees are doing in the community.
So when we look at the product, it's a lot of large scale assembly. So when you do a search on the internet, that information goes through a data center to pull the results and bring it back. So when you hear people talking about machine learning, AI, we're at the forefront of that technology. But what we do at our factory is we take parts, we assemble these together, we install the software, we test these, and they actually go into data centers to be ingested to be able to transfer that data. So our employees do everything from entry level of picking parts and delivering them to a line, to assembling products, to very advanced programming, test analytics. We partner with our customers to help their design, to help their products. So we have a wide gamut of capabilities inside of the site.
Yeah, and Northern Kentucky is just a small piece of what you guys are doing globally. Tell us a little bit more about like what Jabil's doing all over the world.
I'd love to. So Jabil has 150,000 employees. We're roughly $30 billion in revenue. We operate in 100 different factories across the world. Our key to that, though, for our customers, for our employees, we operate every factory remotely the same. So same methodologies, measurements, and the way that we run them, it allows us to move products between regions, between plants, our employees to take roles and move up in the company, and they still have the same value and the same approach as they go into those locations.
Yeah, and one of the things, you guys have a really specific mission about what you guys are doing, and one of those things is operational excellence. Tell us a little bit more about that mission and what operational excellence means.
Operations excellence is like when you talk about factory, the future, it's kind of a buzzword. So when you boil it down to us, we want to invest in our employees, invest in our customers to be the best version of ourselves. That's really what it breaks down to. So as we bring a person, an entry-level direct labor in the door, we're going to provide them with training and tools to help them become a better member of whatever production team that they join. As you excel through the company, you have different training programs, certifications. Jabil provides all that, sponsors you through it, both internally and externally. So at the end of the day, we want the safest environment with the highest quality that meets exactly what our customer needs.
Yeah, and with 5,000 employees in Northern Kentucky alone, I'm sure like that talent, that culture, the recruitment, retention, and attraction plays a huge piece of what you guys do every single day.
Yeah, and the innovation in this area, so it's not hard for us to find the capable employees. What's hard for us is to get our brand out there for them to understand the value of their career, the things that they can achieve with us. We don't want to be looked at somewhere where you go get a paycheck. We want to be looked at somewhere where you come and develop your career. You know, me personally, I started the company in an entry-level position through a staffing company. Now I run North America for the company. So we have many stories like that that allow us to continue to grow. And you know, each one of the factories I support, I want 75% of the promotions to be internal. So we're highly invested into our employee base to bring their capabilities. So
we just had our town hall today for the quarter, and speaking with our employees, really presenting the opportunity of career pathing and what it looks like to come in our door day one and to advance through those career tracks. Whether it is an assembler, what does it look like for that journey through our business? As a quality tech, as an engineer, we have those career paths to be able to see that opportunity for folks to grow and to stay with Jabil long term.
Yeah, and that is a key thing, that retention of employees, especially when you guys are looking to recruit in the area. I'm sure, like I said, a huge part of that. And one of the things you guys also said that you like to do with your employees is making sure you're able to foster that innovation. Tell us a little bit about how you guys do that internally.
So our design is for plants to be decentralized with an entrepreneurship spirit. So we said, hey, basics, you're going to use these programs, we're going to address it this way, but we really allow the sites to find their personality with their customers, their products, and we really encourage them through global competitions. We have something called Deliver Best Practices. So every site submits their projects, we pick winners, we fly them down to Florida, they go live in front of the whole company, and then they present their projects. Once we figure that out, we'll cascade that through the rest of the factories to adopt those best practices. So we have a unique culture that allows the sites to really bring innovation forward.
And through that, we also lead with Kaizens. So we were hosting 5 Kaizens in 1 week to talk through how do we improve the existing process with everything, all facets of our business. How do we take our employees' feedback and their suggestions and ideas to truly improve the efficiency of what we do each and every day, and whether that be something on the front end of the employee experience or the actual operations that we do ourselves. We're always striving to be innovative and create a new path forward.
Yeah, and that's great to hear. We love to hear that. I want to pivot a little bit about what you guys are doing here in Northern Kentucky, and how businesses can work with you all. You guys are working with businesses across the region. I know you guys have some partnerships here locally with some businesses that I know that you guys support. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing here, what you hope your employees are doing here, and what businesses can hopefully reach out to you for.
Sure. So we're new members of the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. We're excited to really expose our name and who we are in the greater Cincinnati area, and specifically in Florence, Kentucky. We have a program called Jabil Cares, and that is our way to give back to the communities. And we are looking for local partnerships, whether it's food banks. We are very strong advocates for hunger in the world, and how do we decrease that overall food scarcity within our population, not just our employees, but just society in general. So food is a big focus for us, but we're also very interested in cleaning up our communities and just taking partnership wherever we can. So really excited to see other organizations that we can join forces with and make something really great here in Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, and as new chamber members, we are, 1, excited to welcome you, and 2, hopefully you'll be able to make great connections and partnerships. That is one of the things that Northern Kentucky does best. I'm sure you guys already know. Is there anything else happening with Jabil in Northern Kentucky or locally that you think our chamber members need to know about?
We're growing. We're constantly growing. We started as 1 facility, became 3 facilities nearly overnight. And we are continuing to grow. So that's super exciting. As we mentioned, 5,000 employees that we're currently employing within Northern Kentucky. But what does that number look like in the near-term future? It's super exciting for all of us.
Yeah, a huge part. John, anything else that you'd like to add today?
We look at the difference in innovation to the products that we're bringing in. We're pushing the edge of technology. So when we look at liquid cooling, using glycol to actually cool versus electric, this is all new technology. So we're upgrading the building right now just from utilities to be able to have the right power, the right water. So we're partnering with many, many companies right now, from construction to staffing to 3PL and logistics. We want to continue to push that edge. So we're going to drive more innovation into this area. And one of the things that we're going to need to do is local partnerships. So when I look at trade schools, universities, we have to start being upfront with, this is the employees we need to build. This is the future, the technology, and help drive the curriculum and make sure that we're there to hire them when they finish those programs. And that's something that we're committed to doing.
Yeah, and that's all great to hear. We love learning a little bit more about what Jabil is doing in the community. And John and Lauren, thank you both so much for your time today. It's been great to have you on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Chris Knockelman with Schneller Knockelman Plumbing, Heating, and Air. It's spring now, but before you know it, our ACs are working overtime.
Dave, it's going to be warm soon.
Right now is a good time to get the AC serviced, right?
You can get your AC tuned up for only $59.
So get your $59 tune-up at
SKPHA.com. SKPHA. So if your plumbing and mechanical systems give you trouble, just remember our name, Schneller Knockelman.
Northern Kentucky needs tailored solutions to address our housing shortage. Home for All, Northern Kentucky Housing Strategies, explores how we can retain young adults, help older residents downsize or age in place, and ensure new neighbors have housing options that fit their lives. Dive into the report at housingNKY.org. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of the podcast as we learn more about Jabil and Smash My Trash. Thank you once again to our podcast sponsors, C Crew, Google and Amazon advertising experts, and Schneller Knockelman. And like I said, there's still time to register for Eggs and Issues Regional Economic Outlook happening on Tuesday, November 18th. You can register for that now at nkychamber.com/events. And while you're there, check out our end of year holiday events happening. Those events are up and listed now, and we've got a great lineup. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're someone who is interested in joining the Northern Kentucky Chamber, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. And our members that would like to share their workforce strategies and resources on our Talent Strategy Spotlight can reach out to Nancy Spivey. You can find their contact information on the screen if you are a viewer, and our listeners can find that at nkychamber.com at our staff directory. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys next week.